Present, I'll call the meeting to order and ask any visitors who have matters to come before the council that aren't otherwise on the agenda. If we have any, yes ma'am, come forward, identify yourself, and tell us what your interest is. Hey, Beth.
Good evening. My name is Cassandra Hobart, and I'm a Berea College student interning with the Kentucky Environmental Foundation this summer. And I'm here to give a brief update on the Berea Energy Cost Savings Plan. For those who aren't familiar with the plan, the Energy Cost Savings Plan is an Appalachian Regional Commission funded collaborative effort between Sustainable Berea, the Kentucky Environmental Foundation, the City of Berea, and the city planner Henry Jackson. And the goal of the Energy Cost Savings Plan will be to save the city money while tracking and reducing its carbon footprint. So the process is in 5 phases, the first being a comprehensive energy inventory of all citywide sources and a detailed inventory of all city government operations. The inventory data is entered into a computerized database which will help to write the plan. Phase 2 is to set a preliminary energy reduction goals. Phase 3 is to write the proposed plan. Phase 4 is to develop an agreed upon implementation program. And Phase 5 is to monitor the plan's progress over time. And so we're just now beginning on the first phase, collecting citywide data to enter into our database. And we estimate the entire planning process to take between 12 and 15 months with active community participation. So if you'd like to know more, there's a public meeting tomorrow morning from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. in the community room of the Madison County Public Library. And the project coordinator, Henry Jackson, is going to be there to give more detailed information. So are there any questions?
Questions for Cassandra? That is a real innovative program, and Berea is participating, and we hope to be able to design the plan and successfully implement it and be the first community in the Appalachian region to get it implemented. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Others with very good. Council would turn its attention to the minutes of May 3rd. May I have a motion?
I move approval of the minutes as submitted.
Motion by Ms. Farmer.
Second.
Second by Mr. Little to approve the minutes as distributed. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? No. Minutes are approved as distributed. Thank you. Next. Proclamation, Peace Officers Memorial Day. Want to bring them around? This is some of our Berea's finest here.
Face the crowd.
Look at the crowd, if you would. Get you on TV. Whereas the Congress and President of the United States have designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which May 15th falls as National Police Week. And whereas the members of the law enforcement agency of the City of Berea play an essential role in safeguarding the rights and freedoms of our citizens, and whereas it is important that all citizens know and understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of their law enforcement agency, and that members of our law enforcement agency recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding life and property, by protecting them against violence and disorder, and by protecting the innocent against deception and the weak against oppression. And whereas the men and women of the law enforcement agency of the City of Berea unceasingly provide a vital public service Now, therefore, as mayor of the city of Berea, I call upon the citizens of Berea and upon all patriotic, civic, and educational organizations to observe the week of May 15 through 21, 2011, as Police Week, with appropriate ceremonies and observances in which all of our people may join in commemorating law enforcement officers, past and present, who by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities have rendered a dedicated service to their communities and in so doing have established for themselves an enviable and enduring reputation for preserving the rights and security of all citizens. I further call upon all citizens of the city of Berea to observe Sunday, May 15th, as Police Officers Memorial Day, in honor of those law enforcement officers who, through their courageous deeds, have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community or have become disabled in the performance of duty, and let us recognize and pay respect to the survivors of our fallen heroes. Considering the fact that this is May 17th, the proclamation was made in the paper last week, and we reiterate that position that it is important for we citizens to recognize the dedication and service of our law enforcement agency. In witness thereof, I have affixed my hand to this proclamation and hereby present it to the council and to the citizens and extend the written evidence of same to the Berea Police Chief. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
Next will be the Madison County Health Department. Lloyd Jordison.
Just here, or do I need to go over that side?
That'll work.
Fine. Okay. I'm here to talk about the prescription drug disposal program that is a partnership with the Berea Police Department, the Madison County Health Department, and the Richmond Police Department. You will find some information. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in your on your desk there. And I'd like to tell you the purpose of it is to reduce the amount of pharmaceuticals available in the community for non-medical use or abuse. Some of the objectives of this program were to reduce unused or outdated prescription medications that are left in the home, reduce access of prescription medications to the youth, reduce the storing of medications in the home which may be stolen during a home invasion. And also, we also, from the health department, also want to reduce the amount of medications or anything going into our water system and in the groundwater and all that. So there were some objectives that we had with this program when we got started. We were able to write a grant with the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky partnership with us, and they were able to allow us to purchase some drop boxes and some other funding for some of the printing and some other materials like that. And I'm going to tell you just real quick about that. But again, it's the Berea Police Department. There is a drop box right out here at the back of the building that you can see after this meeting if you haven't seen it yet. We have some policies that were part of the grant that we applied for. Some policies had to be developed by the police departments. We did install the 2 drop boxes, one in Richmond and one in Berea. There will be advertising, and some of you may have already seen the billboard on 25. This is the one. I just have one picture, and you can pass it around. This is over by Snow White and on that end of town, and we got top billing over Little Caesars on this one, so I think we're doing pretty good. So anyway, we're also going to be having more education sessions like this. We'll tell folks about it. We're trying to get the public to be aware of the drop boxes that these prescription medications and different medications can be left there to be disposed of. We will be going to healthcare providers throughout the community in Madison County. We will be monitoring the amount of medications that are left in the drop box, and then we'll also be gathering feedback. There will be, let me go on just a little bit. Some of the outcomes is that we will enact a policy, and that has already been done with both police departments, and they have policies for collection in the drop boxes, how they're going to store it, and how they're going to dispose of it. Those policies are already in place. We are not reinventing the wheel. They have already been disposing of products that have come in through that they have gotten prescription drugs from illegal use and things like that. So this is not new from the disposal side of it. But the new side of it is that the public now has access to be able to take their medications there and drop them off. I already told you we're going to have some community education. We've already started that.